The 2025 Genesis G70 sedan. We have two main changes here for the 2025 model year. It's nothing crazy, but we have a new Burley blue matte color, and the price has now gone up by $500 across the board for every trim level. And that's it. Those are your two main changes. And of course, in this video, I will be sharing with you how to potentially save some money, what the best value proposition is in the Genesis lineup, because I'm also currently testing the 2024 G70 right now. Full review is going to drop very soon, so I hope to see you there. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that we're at the 2025 model year of this sedan and we still don't have any mention of wireless Apple CarPlay or wireless Android Auto. But it is what it is. I did mention this in my full review that a physical connection with the wire is the most reliable when utilizing Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, because some vehicles that offer the wireless CarPlay, you will notice some glitches and some lag with the CarPlay or the Android Auto, especially when you're utilizing the navigation. Now, certain companies like BMW, they offer an excellent wireless CarPlay experience, but I just wanted to throw that out there. Using the wire is not the worst thing in the world. In fact, it'll give you the most reliable connection. Anyway, let's talk about the best value proposition in the G70 lineup. So I have a love-hate relationship with this sedan. So I'm a fan of just about every other Genesis product because they are focused and they double down on luxury. The G70 simply sits in the middle as like this half-baked product. It's not the best luxury product and it's also not the best sports sedan either. Other competing products like Acura, Audi, they offer the perfect blend between sport and comfort. But the model I'm currently checking out is a fully loaded 3.3 liter V6 all-wheel drive Prestige model. That particular vehicle weighs over 4,000 pounds. And I'm also not a huge fan of the all-wheel drive system. When you go with the rear-wheel drive G70, it handles and drives significantly better. And also keep in mind the all-wheel drive system adds about 145 pounds to the curb weight. So if you can skip the all-wheel drive, if you can skip certain options and features, you are saving on the curb weight of this machine, which means that it's going to handle better, it's going to ride better, and also you're going to get a cleaner driving experience when you opt out of the all-wheel drive system. You're going to get a tighter turning radius with the rear-wheel drive model. So that's what I'm saying. You just get a cleaner driving experience going with the more simplistic models with less weight. And if you want to save even more weight, you can skip the V6 and go with the new 2.5 liter turbo 4-cylinder. This is going to be the first time I'm going to be recommending the 4-cylinder model in the Genesis lineup. I think the 4-cylinder is going to be brilliant for the G70 because 2024 and up, we get this upgraded engine with 300 horsepower and 311 pounds-feet of torque. Now the power is much closer to the V6 and we're once again saving more weight off the nose, which means you're once again going to get a better handling experience and a better ride due to the less weight. Now all the models are going to come with 19-inch wheels, and all these G70s are going to come with the Brembo 4-piston brakes as standard as well. Now if you go with the 4-cylinder model, the base is going to give you a lot of value. However, I don't blame anyone for wanting to step up to the Sport Prestige package for an additional $4,200. Now, we're not entirely sure how much the 2025 packages are going to cost, but let's just say it remains the same. $4,200 for that Sport Prestige package is going to get you a very important feature, the Lexicon audio system. The Lexicon audio that Genesis offers is truly one of the best in the segment, and obviously with the Prestige model you get a whole slew of other features as well. So with the 4-cylinder, I do think the Prestige package is worth it. However, if you're going for the V6 model, I would stay with the regular Sport Advanced. I would not pay up for the Prestige model because you get the Lexicon audio system standard with the V6 models. And finally, if you're going to be financing or paying cash for these cars, I would definitely stick with the 4-cylinder for the lowest buy-in price. However, if you're leasing, surprisingly, the V6 model leases out better than the 4-cylinder. Now, leasing programs, they change every month, but I do have a free leasing calculator to offer you, provided to you by AutoCompanion. This is a powerful tool because this calculator will update every month with the latest lease programs for many auto manufacturers, and this calculator will show you the residual value, the interest rate of the lease, along with the incentives that you can qualify for in your local zip code. So, powerful resource. Definitely utilize that calculator, and you can see for yourself if leasing makes more sense or if financing or paying cash makes more sense. In the case of the G70, this is certainly a vehicle that you want to negotiate a good discount on, because these vehicles, they certainly tank in value. I mean, all the competing products do as well. Okay, it's not just Genesis that depreciates. Every vehicle depreciates in value, especially all of these luxury cars. And when you do a nationwide search on Car Gurus, you notice that there's only 1,700 of these G70s available for sale, but keep in mind, the demand for Genesis products is also pretty low. You should be able to easily find a motivated Genesis dealership. I would use the Car Gurus website to sort by the vehicle that's been sitting on the lot the longest and reach out to the general manager of that dealership and see what they're willing to do. There was one person in my YouTube comment section who said that they got $8,000 off the MSRP on a V6 G70, and I'm assuming almost all of that was from the dealership themselves. Maybe a grand or two came from incentives. I'm not sure. This person did not specify, but he did say that he financed the vehicle. So I'm guessing, yeah, maybe $6,000 of that came from the dealership and $2,000 came from an incentive. So that's what I'm saying. Use AutoCompanion's calculator, so even if you're not leasing the car, you can see the incentives that you qualify for. And there was another person who leased the G70 for $550 a month. It was a fully loaded Prestige rear-wheel drive G70 at $550 a month with $3,000 down. Personally, I would not put money down on a lease. I would just roll it into the payment. So if you just take $3,000 divided into 36 months, this person is effectively paying $633 a month, which is not bad considering the performance and the features that you are getting. It is easily undercutting the competition like the Audi S4, Audi S5, M340i, and the Acura TLX Type S. The G70 is way cheaper than all of its competitors, especially on a lease for that V6 model, because there's like an additional $4,000 in incentives that you can qualify for if you do decide to lease the V6 model. So yeah, the minimum discount I would be willing to get is like 5% off from the dealership, and then stack whatever incentives you can on top. Ideally, I would like to get 10% off MSRP on these vehicles. That's really where I would like to be, 10-12% off. But again, it just depends on how motivated the dealership is, and just make sure you're aware of all the incentives that you can qualify for, because incentives stack on top of the dealer discount always. So hopefully you appreciate this information and these insights. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the full review of the G70 on my channel. So thank you so much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye.